Welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I'm Danielle D, or Coach Danni D, and I help women to create luxury brands by creating processes and tightening their branding. This is where we talk about how to build your business in a way that allows you to work with ease and enjoy your life. My happy space is spending as much time as humanly possible in my pajamas. And I want to help others to find their happy space while still running profitable businesses. So get comfortable and let's dig in. Good morning. Welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I am your host, Coach Danny D, always here helping my community to find that place of peace, joy, fulfillment in their lives. I want to make sure that everyone around me is experiencing the life that they are choosing to live and not just the life that is handed to them, that they are having, that work with ease lifestyle. A lot of people will say work life balance, and I know that is a tricky topic, but work with ease is my preferred way of saying that because it may not always be the traditional sense of what you think of as balance, but it exists. You can make it all work. Um, Oftentimes it's by choosing what's important, right? There's some things you may need to remove, but I'm not going to get too deep into that. Today is the day before Thanksgiving, so I want to talk about gratitude and not just gratitude as a concept, but the practice of gratitude. So, um, I've mentioned in a few episodes, both personally for me and, some people around me, a lot of people have had some challenging years this year. So, it may not be that everything, went awry. You might have had some really great points, highlights, wonderful moments, but mixed in there were some tough times and transitions and growth moments, and those sometimes can be a little challenging. But the practice of gratitude is really, really important, and it can definitely be a game changer, especially in those moments of transition. So, that can look different to different people. For me, the practice of gratitude and where I bring myself back to when I feel, a little icky, right? A little like, I'm in a funk. My practice of gratitude is before I even get out of the bed, before I, get into motion for the day, just starting my day in silence and saying thank you for the things that I am grateful for. And, trying to think of something different to add to that list every day. So, of course, the typical things that we can think of, family, friends, having a roof over our head, but then there are other things as well that we're grateful for. So I want you today, and I know tomorrow, this could be your prep for tomorrow, because I know tomorrow we're gonna sit around a bunch of tables and everybody's gonna be ask what they're thankful for, and so that you have something ready so that you're not holding up the line, because really we're just trying to get to that turkey, right? um I want you to start thinking about, regardless of how this year has gone so far, there are things to be grateful for. And those things, even in times where you may be struggling, those things are very, very helpful because it reminds you that even in darkness, there's light. So, what are you thankful for? Think about that. Sit in, silent space for 5 or 10 minutes and just think about all the things that you are grateful for and try to build off of that positive energy, because our energy, um where our energy goes is what flows. And so even when we're experiencing some bad things, we can always look to the positive things that are happening in our life. It doesn't change the bad things, but it is, again, just that reminder that it's not as dark as we thought, right? So even if we feel like we're in total darkness, there's at least one or two little glimmers of light. And that light gives hope, and that hope gives us the courage to go on a little longer and push a little harder until we are out of the dark space. So, what are you grateful for? I definitely want to share. I'm always grateful for my family and especially my immediate family is such a great support system. My extended family and friends, and that is becomes kind of like blurred lines because I have so many um, sisters out there. It's a little weird. Like, I'm an only child, but I never really all the way feel that way because I have so many sisters and brothers out there that I feel really close to, that I have acquired over time, either, by actual relation, and we may be cousins, and we um just have a sibling relationship. And then outside of that, all of the wonderful people that I've met in my life, and especially on my growth journey. And I also want to encourage those who are looking for a really good support system. Keep going. Keep working on you, and those people will start to show up because there's so many of those people in my life at this point. I could not begin to start a list, and I would not dare to make my brain try to do that and have someone think that I forgot them, because my brain is not as powerful as my heart sometimes. But I'm grateful for my family, my friends. I'm grateful for this podcast. I know I shared with you guys we have the 100th episode coming up, and so I'm going to be filming that really soon, taping it and filming it, and I'm super, super excited about that. This journey is something I'm really, really grateful for because I didn't expect to go on it, right? Um, I'm grateful for the unexpected turns. I'm grateful for the transition. I feel like this year has definitely been a transition year. If you follow my blog, I did a whole blog post about a rebuilding year. That's how I feel like this year went, but I'm grateful for that too. I'm grateful for God's patience. Because I mean, he gives us, steps, he orders those steps, but sometimes we tiptoe when we need to step big, and we hesitate. So I'm grateful for his patience and his entrusting me with all the things he's entrusted me with. I'm grateful for all the different ways I've been able to serve others, and it's been so fulfilling. Talk about finding those things that bring you happiness, joy, fulfillment. It's been so fulfilling to serve others in multiple capacities and see how that has, shaped shaped others in their individual success path. So I'm grateful for that as well. I'm grateful to myself. I'm gonna sound like Snoop. I want to thank myself. I'm grateful to myself for yielding, even if it wasn't as soon as I should have or as boldly as I should have. Sometimes I'm thankful for myself for yielding to what was being asked of me, because that's not always easy either. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for every single one of you who takes the time out of their week every week to listen to the podcast, or even if you just listen to it occasionally. I'm thankful for all of the guests that we've had on the podcast and the ones that we have coming up on the podcast. I have truly met some amazing people in this phase of my life that have not only, just been some really cool people to meet, but also that have, formed a community of sense of sisterhood, of, watching out for one another and, um, growing together. So I don't want to get too deep in the weeds because, I could sit here for a long time and talk about the things that I'm thankful for, but I also need to go and make Thanksgiving be a thing. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for tradition, and I'm thankful. One of the beautiful things for me, which is, bittersweet, but just I try to find a beauty in all things. I am thankful for the tradition that was set by my grandmother, and she's no longer with us. And I'm thankful that when I get in that kitchen and when I do start to, cook and create this meal that she created for so many years, I feel her presence. And so it's like our little date. So I'm thankful for that. And it's I'd rather her actually physically be by my side, but I'm thankful for her spirit and all that she has instilled in me. So I'm gonna go because um I don't wanna get teary-eyed, but I want you to think about what you're thankful for. I want you to really dig deep. Don't just give those, top easy surface answers. What are you really thankful for? And I want you to start being more consistent about your practice of gratitude, because that gratitude, again, is the little light that brightens a bit of each day. All right. See you guys soon. I'll see you next week. I will put the link in the show notes for you to share your feedback so that you can be included in the 100th episode. If I can get those in by Monday or Tuesday, that way I can incorporate them when we record the 100th episode. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy family, friends, however you plan on celebrating it, and whomever you plan on celebrating it with. Have a good one. Thank you for listening to the Prophets in Pajamas podcast. I hope you got some great tips to start working with ease. Want to stay connected? Follow me at Your Workflow on Instagram. For more information about building your luxury brand, register for my upcoming luxury brand workshop at CoachDanniD.com.